contractor's daughter, so I'm very familiar with PVC because my dad believes in me learning all these things. And so, and that's funny because that you said go back to the pipeline and talk about that. So what I was going to talk about is that, in that digging. So in my beginning of the women's ministry, the topic was to dig deep. If we're going to build up a holy temple unto God, that's a real high temple. And so our footers need to go deep. The higher you build, your footer has to go deep. Well, you have to dig deep in order to find your well. And that's a personal discovery. As and when you're digging, this is dirt, we're moving earth sometimes, we're moving. So this is where you put in the time, the effort, and the energy to do the digging personally so that you can find this thing. Because like we're telling you, when you hit it, it is like hitting the jackpot. The joy and the manifestation of it is unlike nothing else. And so if that is the case and you're trying to dig through your dirt and you're trying to find your source and your well, keep digging, keep waiting, keep praying, but don't give up because it's worth it. You're worth it, and you have what we need, and we need you to find it. And the time is now. It is really now. And that has been my call to the women. That's been my call to the girls. The time is now. We as women have the opportunity to change a lot of things in this world. And so, and then if your pipe is clogged, like sometimes the flow is just like you're getting a trickle, your pipe is clogged. And, we talking about a personality, character, passion, gifts, and talents. This is not, Drano's not going to work for this pipe. You got to figure out what's clogging you. Is it fear? Is it, a resentment? Is it bitterness? Is it doubt? What is it that's clogging your pipe? What is it that's blocking your flow? And you got to move. That's what the scripture said. And that's what I'm telling you. You got to move to where it's at. It's time. It's there. I promise you it's there. It's not just there for me. It's not just there for Dr. Patty. It's there for all of us. And we've got to do whatever it takes to get to it and get that water coming out at the rate that it's meant to come out. So we got to move whatever earth, we got to tap in, and we got to make sure that pipe is not clogged anyway, it's not cracked in any way, and it can be fixed. It can be patched, it can be repaired. This PVC, as y'all know, if you ever had a water leak, the plumber comes in, he finds the source of the problem and he corrects it. Well, that when you're dealing with yourself and finding your pipeline, that's up for you and up to you to do with the Lord, and he will direct you. If you choose to tap into that source, he will help you, he will direct you, and it won't be all left up to you, so that you can get it flowing. And then that way, in PVC, you can't have too long of a piece, as Santo and I found out when we were trying to make a drapery wall. That's not the right word, but she's a connector, so she does that. That's her thing. And so we can't have too long of a PVC pipe before you have to have a connector, or it will droop. And if you droop and there's something of force coming through it, you're more likely to crack. You're more likely to break. Yeah. So you've got to connect to another source. You've got to connect to your person and get some stability there and be able to hand off some of this momentum, some of this energy that's flowing through you. You've got to be able to hand this off before you break. So that's where I am today. I'm looking for the handoffs.